So, hi, I think I'm live now. So, first of all, I will check the audio and video. So, just stay here. Okay. Am I audible? Mm, yes, finally. So, we are starting to solve the questions here, and we'll be just looking at questions that is on my channel feed. So, here it is on post. So, starting. So choose the correct answer for the following question that is visible on the screen. I think so. And if it is okay, I haven't shared the screen right now. Now I think it will be visible. Okay. Is it visible? Yeah. So the question that we are going to solve here, it is on my channel dashboard that you will see Samir Srinath and then go to the post and here are the questions that I'm going to solve. So the question is like we have a print statement, and inside that print statement we have a kind of expression, and it is like bool zero is equal to false and is true. So what will be this output after all? So let's understand one by one. Like let's see bool zero what it gives. So bool zero will give. Let's check bool 0. So it will be giving false. And if it I will just put 1, it will be giving true. Like a boolean is a kind of a function where if I am passing 1, then it's giving true. And if I am passing 0, then it's giving false. And the next thing that is important here, false is true. False is true is definitely a false statement. Let's check it. False is true. Okay. Let's check it. It will be giving a false. Like a false can never be a true. And we have one thing just between this double equal to. Just we have to compare all these things and like how this is going to be like completed. Like if I will just copy all these things and I will just write like double equal to and then this one. This will be giving false. And if I will just print this, this will be the same result as like it was before. Let's do it. It's false. So how this is going to be like happening? This is kind of a chain evaluation where it is like comparison with this and this will be comparison with this. Let's check it. Like if I will just write like bool 0 is equal to false. This will be definitely giving answer, which will be, oh, let's comment it out so that it will not give any error. So this will be given is equal to false. And if we'll just write like false is true, we have also already seen that false is true. And we have seen that this will result in out like this will be totally false. So it is false. And we have, if we have written like this, then we can just write this both statement with and. And is kind of operator. It will only give the correct answer when both the side will be the true. Otherwise, it will give the false. So we know that this whole part is going to give me true, and this whole part is going to give me false. So true and false is obviously we know that that's false. So that's why here whatever the question is, its answer will be the false. So let's check it out. Yeah, it is. So just trying to look at the another one. So print int, and this is a kind of a integer or what value it is. Let's check it. So we have this, and I know the answer, but let's check it on the code side. So if I will just write any variable as let's check it uh, 500, and if I will just print a, okay, it will be 500. But the thing that you are just looking at, it's not a kind of integer. If you just check the type of a, let's do it. Type of a, it is string, as we cannot, if you just take b is equal to, I will just explain you with like more good thing. Like if I will just a plus b, and sorry, if I just print b here, it is 10. You might be looking at it is a is 500 and b is 10, and what if I will add a and b? So it will be, it should be 510, but it is not. Why? Because this 500 is kind of a string, and this is also a string. And if you add two string, there is a one thing that happen, concatenation. Concatenation happens when we add two strings together. But here we want 510, then what we have to do here? We have to just convert a into an integer with integer function and store again in the a. That is no any confusion kind of thing. And if you store uh, b here, it will be like this. And if you just add b, a and b, this will be 510, because if you just check here the type of a, it is integer. But here the type of a was not integer, it was a string. So the main point of discussion for this question was, if I will just put a, suppose a is equal to, we have taken 500, and we have taken int of a, that will be 500, 100% fine. What if I will put any name like Sam in this integer? It will definitely give you an error. Like a string cannot be converted into a integer. But what if I will tell you that if I will write 500 and put one this kind of thing that we know at underscore, or I don't know what to say, but I think underscore it is. So if I will just convert it into a int, it is 100% fine. Like this is not treated as a string kind of thing. It is an integer, but inside a double quote, so it is a string here. And if you convert into an int, that this symbol will be neglected. So let's try to put another symbol. It will give an error. But if we just put dot, this will give an error. As we can, so we can convert that into a floating point, but it will give you an error. Like int function is not allowing that. But if you just put underscore, it is allowing that. So for this question, if you are just converting this into a int and you are printing that number, then this 1000 number with this underscore will be treated like 1000. This symbol will be ignored. But instead of this symbol, there should be a dot or any slash that might be neglected. So here I think everything is fine for now. So let's get to the another. So here's a type that is very interesting question. So that sometimes confuse every Python developer or anyone who is learning the Python. Let's take any variable. Let's call it a again. And if I'm just taking this, what do you think? What is this? So there is two things present. One is set, and another thing is dictionary. Let's write the short form dictionary. So here the set and dictionary both just are started like with the same parenthesis, like I don't call it parenthesis, that's curly braces. So if we just talk about the tuple or the list, they have totally different kind of uh, things. And but here we have a parenthesis, oh sorry, a curly bracket, for both the things, set and dictionary. So in what case I will just assume that to be a set and to be a dictionary. Let's make a dictionary. Suppose I take A, which, sorry, no. Here, suppose I am taking name and in the key and in the value I am putting Samir. Okay. And let's take another key that is, suppose let's take it a course and put the value BTech. Okay. Now just remove this. And if I will just print A, INT and A. So here is kind of thing that you can see. And if you just print the type of A, it is a dictionary. We are 100% sure that it's a dictionary. And if you take the B variable, where I will just put this mark and I will put some numbers here. So we can also put some strings and anything. This is something like a set. If you just repeat any number like 4444, and if you just run this, and first of all let's check the type of B. So it is a set, and we know that in mathematics we have studied that set only allow the unique elements. Like in a set we cannot duplicate any number, like here we have like duplicated the 4, but in the output we can only see 1 2 3 4. Like this is uh, a set. So what if I will tell you, if I will remove all the elements from here and all the elements from here? What is A and what is B? Interesting. Okay. Let's check the type of A. Sorry, I have to run this first. Let's check the type of A. It is a dictionary. What is the type of B? It is also a dictionary. Interesting, na? Like C. If you just put any element, like suppose I put 1, then B becomes a set. But if I will remove everything from the B, it is now a dictionary. Interesting. So if we just any variable, let's check variable 1. If I will put just like this, if I will put any value here, it is variable 1 is a kind of, let's check the type of variable 1. It is set. But if we just put the key value pair here, like name or anything, like let's write Sam here, and it is a dictionary. So for this question here, like type of this, like it's a dictionary, like we haven't put it any element here is dict, it will be giving true result. So here we have the explanation also, like this create a dictionary. So let's move forward. Output. So output of this, so it's also a kind of a interesting question. So if we just put, let's make a list, 1 2 3 4. Okay, not 40. If you just like A dot append 5, done. If you just print A, 5 is here. But if you just use the slicing, suppose A first element equal to 100. Let's check. Yeah, A, suppose it's a 0 and it's a first element here. So it's 100 right now. So we can change the list. We are 100% sure about that. But if you just take a tuple, and one of the most interesting question also here, what is this? Is it a tuple? No. If you just run A and print type of A, okay, it is a tuple. So that's a kind of interesting thing. And if you just put a comma here, what will be this doing? I think it will be giving an error. Yeah, it is like invalid syntax. So if we just make, if we want to make a set out of it, we have to just call the set function. We are knowing that. So if I will just put 1 2 and comma 3, it is a tuple here. And if I will just print the type of A, yeah, it is a tuple. So what will happen if I will try to just append anything? Like we know that tuple don't have any append function like in list, but what will happen if you use the slicing kind of thing? So I will just use the a of 1, like I will just extract 2. So it will be like allowing slicing. But what if I will just assign the value to a slice? So if I will just mark 100, so it will be like tuple object does not support item assignment. Like we cannot assign any element by slicing this thing. So how to just append the tuple? Like it doesn't mean that you cannot change the tuple, but you have to just use some logic here. So just to add something here in a tuple, like first you have to make a list. Let's make it B, and let's convert it into a list. I don't know it's a list function or what. Let's check it. Okay, we have B, and again convert add B second element to be 100, and then again convert that B into a as set, not set. It's a tuple with the tuple function, and then pass B. Interesting. If we just print A, okay, not happening. So what had happened here? We have just taken a same variable name. So it's causing a problem. Like let's do it once again. Suppose it's a. If we just print A, it's a kind of a what do we say? Tuple. So the next to append anything in a uh, tuple, what we have to do, just convert it into a list. Like let's convert A into the list, and it is what it is. And if you just assign any value, like we just take the second element, it is 3, and we'll just assign it to the 100. Yeah, it is. Now let's print this thing. Okay, and let's store this thing. No, 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 no. We are doing some mistake here. Let's make li and then put it into a, and then convert list into a, sorry, list a into a list, and it's in li. Okay, now we have to just put something in li, like on the second element, we have to write like 100. Yes, it is. Now just print li. Yeah, it is. On the second element, we have put it 100. And if you just take a kind of tuple 2, and we will just pass the li to it, but not direct. We will just part, pass it by a tuple function li. Now, what is the tuple 2? Here it is 100. Yeah. So, the thing that had happened, like is a tuple, just see it, A is a tuple, and we have converted that tuple into a list, and that appended 100 into that list, and then again converted that into a tuple. This logic can be useful to append a tuple. So it is simple. So here we are just assigning a value to a slice value of a tuple that will cause an error. To do that, we have to just convert that into a list and then append, and then again convert that into a tuple. So that's a very interesting kind of thing that we can understand from here. The next thing is, okay, this is a kind of a function where I'm just using the pass and then printing them function. What do you think? What it will do? So first of all, we should understand what is a function. Let's check function sum, and then there are some values like a and b. Like it's a function kind of a mathematics where let's in another cell. Let me explain you. In mathematics, we say fx. Okay, and fx is equal to 2 plus x. So if you just find out f1, then it will be like something. You will just write 2, and at the point of x, you will put 1. As simple as that. So similarly, in Python, we have a function sum where a and b are the values, where if you just return a plus b, and let's check it. someone, let's put our name, like some function already exists in Python. So that will override that. So I don't want that. So here is the function someone. If I will just put someone and then I will put 12 comma 15, what it will do? It will put 12 on the place of A, and it will put 15 on the place of B, and then return 12 plus 15. So that is 27. Okay. So the riddle here is, suppose I want to make a function as shown in our example. Like function is kind of this, we have generated a function, it is not taking any argument, all fine. Function might be doing something and or doing some work without taking any argument, it is totally fine. But here interesting is we are using pass here. So what it will be doing, it is a valid syntax. Like I thought at the beginning when I was looking at this question, I thought that this will give an error, but it is a syntax, like this syntax is totally fine. So if I will just call the function f, what it will be doing? It is calling, but it is not returning anything. Let's check it out. Let's print it. What it is returning? It is returning none. Okay. So most interesting thing is here, every function, if it is not returning anything, it will return none. I will show you. So let's take an example. And that example will be some interesting question. Like if I will tell you that print is also a kind of function, will you agree? Yes, you have to agree. Like print is a kind of a function which take any argument. Like if I will write Samir, and it will print Samir on the output terminal, not on that place also. If you just use the Python here, let's see on the terminal. Let's see, we are just running Python. Okay, Python. Now we have to just print anything, hello, and then we have just run that. It is printing hello out of the terminal. So that means print is a kind of function that is used to show something on your terminal or your screen uh, in a programmer's language. So okay, so it is a kind of function. What if I will just store its value in any variable? Let's say it a. Now, this A will store anything that will be returned by this. Like, let's do it for our example also. We have already, there's some one function we have created at once. I have deleted from here, but it is in my Python variable environment, sorry. So here it is someone, it is giving 30. Yes. If I am storing that in any variable B, okay, and if I am printing B, B contains that thing which is returned by this function. Okay. Similarly, if here f is a function or print is a function, if I store that function return thing into any variable, that should be showing something. So I have stored that print Samir return thing into a variable A. So how this is going to change your view to look at the print function? It is printing something that is obvious that this function is working. But what if I will tell you what does A contains? If you just run, it will not be seen. But if you just print the result of a print function, that will be a none. Like print function is just printing on your screen. It's not returning anything on your screen. So that means by default that value is none. So here, if this function is not returning anything, the by default value is none. So let's do one more question. Here is that. Okay. So this kind of question is none or list. Okay. Let's do it. So if you just make a list with li, okay. This li is a kind of a list. If you check the type of li, it is list. So what if I will just put none in front of this? None is li. Yes, li contains, okay, it's a type. I have to just print it. It is false. Li is a list and that might not be having any element, but if it's not a none, none means it's nothing exists totally. Like so, if we just print it like here we have given a two bracket, like it is not required, but okay. Let's check it. Will it change any result or not? Yeah, it will not change any result. Like you can use infinitely any bracket. Suppose I have put it 4 here, so I have to put 4 also here. Okay, one more. Okay. You can add any bracket. That was just to confuse you. Whether you will think like by adding many bracket that will change the result or what. So doesn't matter. So none is ally. So it's a false. None is none. Yeah, it is true. None, nothing is equal to nothing, but nothing is never equal to a list that is empty. So we can understand by that. So that's programming is so easy. Like none is this, S will give false. Okay. Or return the first truth value or the last value if all are false. I think it's a wrong thing. Let's check it once again. Okay. Okay. So what's here is happening is like first we have used that variable name. The thing here is none or ally, and we have used is. But if we are just using or, then what happens? Either if any one will be the true, that will be returned. As we have studied, like if I will just write like true or false. So it was right. Yeah. If you just write like true or false, so that will be true. Definitely. Like it will be this value will be put it on the terminal, but this will be ignored. But what if I will just write like true here, and if I will just write false, so the truth value will be again returned. But if I will just use the AND operator, we also know that both needed to be true to give the output true. So here, let's look at once. We have used the is operator here, but here we have given none. Oh, sorry, we have given or here, but none or ally. What will be this? This will be ally. Like none is nothing, or this value is true, like ally is something. So that will be resulted at output on the screen. Like there was a little bit confusion. I just understood that or as a is, so I just check it as a is, and that was false, obviously. But here we are using the or operator. So the truth value, if it exists, it will be returned. And what if I will tell you? Let's check tuple. Okay, tuple 1 is equal to something like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's run it, and I will write like tuple 1 or ally. What do you think? It is tuple 1. Like if we are just comparing both the things, let's not make any argument here. Let's make a dictionary also. DICT dictionary and puts okay DIC dictionary 1 and then put name here, and I will just put Sam. Yeah, it's a dictionary. Now let's check dictionary. Dix one or ally. It is Dix one. But we all know that ally is empty. So let's put something inside the ally. Yeah, it is. Okay, ally is equal to yeah. So now let's check this thing again. It is dictionary. Like this is going to check something and do one more thing. DICTI. If I will just talk honestly, I don't know how this is happening, but I'm trying to figure out what's happening. So let's put ally. Yes, it is happening. Let's see. if both the value is true, then it what it is doing, it is just returning the first thing on the like left hand side of the or operator. Like if we just again check li or tuple 1, it will be returning li. And let's remove all the elements from the li. Yeah, it is. I have removed all the elements from li. Yes, now it is returning tuple. So if both the value is filled, like both the variable is having some element, it will return the element which is like having the left side of the operator. But if any one of this is containing the like not containing any values, then it will be returning that variable that is containing any value. So I have just made it confusing. Let me clear it out. So let's check li. If li is not containing li, let's remove this. It is creating confusion in between. So here it is. If li is not containing any element, so and tuple 1, we know that tuple 1 is containing an element. So it is containing element. Okay. So li is not containing element and tuple 1 is containing element. So if you just put or operator in between, it will return that variable in which you are having a value. But if you just put any value inside li, let's put it out. And if you run li, and if you just print this, it will return the leftmost side. If you just put the tuple 1 to the left and li to the right, it will be again giving the tuple. If both are containing the values, then the left side will be at the priority. And if any one of them is not containing any value, the thing that is containing the value, if it is left side or right side, doesn't matter, it will be gaining the priority. So I hope I have covered lots of topic and some riddles also, and I have learned two more important things here. Like this was not known to me just before solving this. I understood how this is working, but I was not knowing this thing that I just saw right now. So it was very interesting live. So hope you will just come to my next live. I will make a schedule of out of it, like on what time I am going to come daily and on what time we are going to just meet here. So I think we have two watches. Okay, salute to those. Okay, thank you. So let's end this live. And it was my first live. I don't expected any kind of views here, but I just did it for my sake of understanding. Like I wanted to did it. Just that's all. Today was Sunday, and I wanted to do this, so I just did it. So hope if anyone wants to ask anything out of here, you can. Okay, Chal. Bye. Let's end this.